Hi everyone, welcome to Soaring Alignment. I'm Julie.
And I'm Deniz. Nice to be back here again. Once again, how are you, Julie?
Yes, I'm well. Oh gosh, I think like we said in the no, it wasn't January, it was the 2022 reading that we did. This
Yeah,
energy this year just feels so good, like so much calmer, so much more centered, and I really feel like those energies of love are really here with us now, and it's so accessible, and it just feels so nice, really. Do
yeah,
you feel the same?
absolutely. Yeah. And it hasn't stopped. It's just
Yeah,
whenever you tune in or you do a short meditation, whatever it is, so you just take a moment to reflect. I feel so filled. My cup is so filled. I just feel so at peace from within. Like it's
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, really nice. I love it. I love this energy. It's really so different.
Oh,
Really.
it's so different, isn't it? That 2021 energy, just when I look at it, and maybe it's a number five, but it just feels a bit jarring. And I think it's what we
Yes.
needed in order to bring in this energy that we have now. It's
Yeah.
like just a necessary part. But yeah, it's almost like there's just so much love to share with everybody. And there's still work to do. There's still that like, things still come up. And I think that's normal because we think about how many years have we been in this old system, this old patterning and conditioning, and then for us now to really embody all of the new downloads, the new information that's coming through for us. It takes time, and we need to be able to release that old, as it's like an onion, really. I keep saying that, one layer will come off, and then we go forward, and then another layer will come off, and we refine ourselves, align with our true selves.
Yeah, and I
So
think also because we were brought up in a certain way and we've all been around the block a few times, we're so used to the old ways. So it's very easy to go back to that.
that's
But
right. Yeah,
once you put a little bit of awareness into it, I think you can shift it so easily now. It's just
yeah.
a little bit of homework and yeah, allow everything to shift, see the things for what they truly are, tuning in, keep tuning in,
Mm,
and allowing things to actually evolve. It really feels like it's a different evolution at the moment. It's like
yeah,
some things are very clear. I feel a deep sense of self with so much empowerment and beauty and allowance, and it's just so soft. Everything is so easy and soft,
yeah, really that feminine energy that we all have, male,
very much.
female, but allowing that to really come through, and allow, because yeah, when we were talking before, it's about what I was feeling this morning on my morning walk, that non-attachment, and really not being attached to any outcome, not, really living from moment to moment. And that's so different from the old 3D world,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like, now, because which was very masculine energy oriented, whereas now with the feminine energy, we can really tune in and trust our intuition. So we don't need to know what's happening, you know, tomorrow, really. It's just like living from moment to moment and allowing our inner guidance to show us the way. And that's what makes us so powerful, because we have all of that already within us.
and to now trust it. You finally,
Yeah,
it's like we're all trusting it, the unfolding and the perfection of that. Even if it's
yeah.
chaos theory, movement is constant and change is constant, but within that, there's so much clarity now. And
Mm,
yeah, just
yeah.
allowing everything to unfold and not try too hard to push against it. And yeah, it's magical, actually, very magical. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I'm so, yeah, for the magic to return. We've been so long in, what feels like really rigid and harsh, and but finally for that lovely, we can be a bit joyful, and just play with it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why this Sandara wants to come today,
Oh,
because it
yes.
really is about joy, and allowing things to unfold with joy as well, and not, where the old way was very, like I said before, quite rigid and everything, but actually we can allow things to evolve. It doesn't have to be stressful, and like, oh, held in, we can just sort of let go.
And it feels like also works really beautifully with the solar plexus, the empowerment of self. And with the routine as well, we talked earlier, where we shared, it's like, not to be so stuck in your routine either, because even that holds us back, of course. But to be more in the flow and maybe change things around. And instead of doing this, you do something different. And to be in that spontaneous flow. It's exciting.
Yeah, I was telling Denise how, just like, I think you get used to doing certain things because of lockdown and all the various things that have been in place. But actually, when we just shift something different, even for myself this year, every day has been different, and I've been used to having routine for so long. And it's just the energy that it gives you. It's just amazing. So just any little thing that you can do, change your tea time from 1 hour to then another hour, or wake up at a different hour, go to sleep at a different hour.
And go with the flow, right? It's about going with the flow and allowing that, and to go, all right, okay. Don't give yourself a hard time if you're not following your own rules. You're only picking them up yourself anyway. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Shall we do some cards for me?
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want to start?
Sure. Yep. I'll see what the tarot has to say for us today. What's the message for us for this second half of January? I can't believe it already. Over there. The message for us. So I'll show you what's at the bottom first. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, and I don't know, I don't normally read reversals, but this was the other way, opposite, or what do you call it, the other way around, like this. Upside down, that's the word. And so the Five of Pentacles can feel like being left out in the cold, like there's a church there, and these two people suffering, and they're outside. They don't feel like they don't have a place, a home or whatever. And the feeling I'm getting as I talking and just reading is that because it can sometimes feel like that when the energy is shifting, you might feel a bit like, oh, where am I? Where is my home? Where do I belong? And it's like, it's okay to feel that. It's okay actually to just feel what we feel. For so long, I think, we were told you shouldn't feel this and you shouldn't feel that. But actually, I feel like this year in particular is really accepting whatever comes in, whatever we're experiencing at this present time, and to find that home within ourselves, to really be that place where we can finally come to ourselves and be like, it's okay, like, for each of us, it's our job to look after ourselves, to be our own parents, to be our best friend, to be our partner. All of those things that we've always wanted the outside world to give to us, it's our time to give to ourselves. And when we can foster that love within, then there's just there's just so much love to be able to share with others. So it really about starting within, finding your home within yourself. That's really beautiful.
Sense of belonging. Yeah,
sense of belonging. And I think when you start to find it within yourself, you'll see that outside world, it starts to reflect that. But it's almost like when we're grabbing for it on the outside world and not doing the work within to feel that within ourselves, and it's hard for that to manifest for us.
Yeah.
And so then we've got the King of Pentacles, and so this is that manifester, this man who has everything, like he has all the material goods and all that type of stuff around him. And this is in the past position. So I feel like this is really about remembering our abundance and our, that it's almost like twofold actually. It's remembering that this is our natural birthright. But the card that comes up is like the Eight of Cups, which comes in the present moment. And it's about walking away from that old way of creating things. So, he is powerful, and he is, has all of the abundance, but it's almost like if you're taking it or thinking about it from a materialistic point of view, then, it's walking away from that idea, because that really is coming from a place of lack rather than a place of love, like creating from that space of love. Because the next card that came up was the Magician, and it's like I'll try and bring this all up together. It's like walking away from that old way to remembering that we are the magician and that we can create whatever it is that we really want. And it's like what we were talking about. It's like moment to moment, going with the flow. You know, that is the way that we create now. It's not that fixed way of it has to be like this, and we take it, you know, step A first, then step B, and then this is what we get is equals to C, like a formula. It's really just going the flow and knowing that we have all the tools that we need within us, because he's got all his tools there, and we really can create what it is that we want. So it's a real reminder about that.
Alchemy comes to mind again with that too, and that not being stuck in one way of abundance, but that anything, you know, suddenly different journeys might be abundance, not just your things that you have, but there's so much more coming, and to be open for that as well.
Yes, exactly. That's right, because there's this idea that abundance or prosperity is related to money, but we can have all of the, you know, the joy and all the good things that you know, these words produce without it being connected to material things necessarily.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
Awesome.
So that's tarot. Yes.
Cool. Perfect. All right, let's see what these guys have to say. Any other messages from you guys? Anything we need to know, made aware of? Anything you have to share about our mid-January guidance and channeling? I've got 3 so far. Okay, yes, 4. All right, so with the first card we got here is the challenge, number 56. And it's not a challenging cards in a negative way, but really what it does, it reminds you to slow down and focus your attention inwards to bring awareness and consciousness back. It's like when you run through the woods and the bush is getting denser and denser, and then you would keep running, you would scratch your face and have wounds on your body, but rather to actually slow down and have a look around to see, where shall I go from here? So the challenge is for you guys and for us to bring awareness back into life as much as we can. Just keep reflecting and bringing awareness into each moment of time. So that turns into 11 in numerology as well. And then the next card is a 28. So it's a 1, the Magician. I got the Magician too. Ta-da.
This is the one as well. How funny.
Funny, hey? And so for her, when you look at the card, I put it on this side, it always looks like she's the eye of the storm. There's so much going on around and it's all moving and things are flying around. But it feels like she's reminding you to hold your fort, you know, be really grounded and bring the magic back in. So even when things don't unfold the way we think it should be, or, you know, having our idea with routines or lockdowns and no lockdowns, to not lose our footing when things don't unfold the way we wish, but to actually be the magician within that situation and all of the situations we are presented with, and to take empowerment back. And that's really how I feel at the moment as well. It's just like, wow, you know, this might have turned out that way, but actually I feel amazing. This is great. And so much gratitude coming in, and yeah, strong community. And she's holding a crystal ball as well. So, you know, that energy of the crystals are with us. And on the staff, I see the sign of a Taurus in her hand, you know, on the staff up here. So it's really grounding as well. That energy is just really like reminding us to stay focused. It's great.
And also when I see the 28 and the 1, it reminds me that we're in a new cycle. It's a new beginning. So a real opportunity to go with this new way.
And then like these 2 together, you know, it's a 1 1 1. So.
Oh yes.
Right. And then we got number 54, the leaving. And it feels very similar to your cards where, you know, the old ways, leaving behind the old ways, right? It's looking at the old situations, seeing how we might have had not just procrastination, but things being on our path that made us stop and reflect. And now it's about, because it's turning into a 9 in numerology, you know, it's the endings of the old ways. So it's like, all right, we're packing our bags now. That doesn't mean necessarily you need to leave, but it's like we're changing our thought patterns. There's new ways coming, heading our way. And it feels like a really strong card. It feels very grounding as well, but it's very much about the awareness of your change in thought patterns. Wow. And with that as well, we got number 58, the shadow of the past, which is even more so like reflecting about the old. In the card deck, they talk about relationship, that you might still have old entanglements in your field, and to really let go of the entanglement. But with these cards together, for me, I feel like it's also the shadow of the past, how we thought our life should unfold and how we should have our routine, or we try to have being on top of things, or having control over certain outcomes, but to actually let that all go as well. It feels more like the old 3D, like a stagnant card. So it's like, okay, now become aware of all of these old patterns, and then we let them go. But I feel also nearly like a ritual with that, like letting everything go with acknowledgement.
Like actually doing it consciously, like
very consciously. And I feel like there's so much, actually, it nearly feels like just even looking at the card and talking about it, it feels like, wow, there's an de-knotting or unknotching happening in my system with that. It's like, wow, okay, all the old stuff, we can all let it go, because it was false. All this, and it's been so many years where we thought, oh, this is a certain way we have to do things, but it's really inviting us to change the old and allow the new really to come forth.
I really felt that when you were,
it's really like, it just feels like all these old knots are released.
That's right, because it's like we're in this new beginning now where possibilities are like endless, really. And it's almost like we, it's because of our conditioning, we still want to keep those old ways because it feels safe, it feels comfortable. It's actually, no, we are safe to let that go and to unknot, to relax.
And then really the magic can unfold from that. And it feels like realizing all of that old stuff. And then once we are more at ease with ourselves, then we can really move on. So it feels like a very exciting and bubbly energy. So that's a great reminder. Perfect.
It lines up, doesn't it?
As per usual.
Oh,
I take photos of this and we put it on at the end of our chat here. That was great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you too. And thanks everyone for watching and all the lovely messages that we've received so far. We really appreciate it, knowing that it helps, or it feels like you feel supported by it. It's really really heartwarming.
Forming a nice community, isn't it? And we don't just get them on the video, we get them by emails or text messages and people we chat to. So it's always really lovely to hear all of the little exchanges we get. So it really feels like a great community.
Oh, all right. Well, yes, we'll get the next video out in the beginning of February. But hopefully this will help you and support you on your journey until then. And we'll see you at the next one.
Yes, excellent. See you soon again, everybody. Bye. Bye.